All right, I think we are live. Hope everyone is good. If there's anybody in the chat, hopefully some people will start coming in. Monday morning, weekly open today on NASDAQ. Yeah, looking forward to getting going today. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope the audio is clear right now. You can hear me in the chat. I hope the music isn't too loud. Hope we're doing okay on that front. Everything is good. We can go through our levels and see what we have today. Friday was an interesting day. We did rally. Unfortunately, NQ didn't close above the bull bear pivot that I've got for declaring a bear market. However, ES did close above its bull bear pivot. All right. Now, in order for me to declare and be a bear, okay, meaning I expecting a larger drop to the downside, I needed both indexes to close under their bull bear pivots. All right, which didn't happen. ES actually rallied and closed above, and it looks like that has saved the bull market for now. All right, for now it saved the bull market. But today is going to be an interesting day. We don't have much news today. This week is also a short week. We have, I think we have full day off on Thursday. Market is closed on Thursday, and we have half day on Friday. So we have a short week. And short weeks tend to be more bullish than bearish, and the reason why is if traders are positioned long puts, if they're buying a lot of puts in the market, they really don't favor buying puts. They don't favor long options because of theta decay. So if the market is closed and we've got a short week, market makers, options buyers are really are not going to favor those conditions because of theta decay. So because of that reason, I'm expecting the market to get some relief this week. Whether that goes on to new highs, not too sure. Right now, we're still above the bull bear pivot on NASDAQ, and more importantly on ES. So that is a good sign. That is a really good sign. And another good sign is we are trading above the previous week value area low, which is also a really good thing. So as long as NQ can remain in here, it should be okay. What you don't want to see is this previous week value area low flips into resistance and we sell off. VIX is starting to come down as well, which is a good sign. I do want to see the VIX under 22. That would give me a lot more confidence in this bull market. Hopefully we can get that. But as long as ES remains above its bull bear pivot, if we don't get a daily close under it, I will remain bullish on this market. If we do end up, I mean, we're on the border right now, right? We're only 1.3% away. A lot of options are positioned to the downside today, which is a little bit concerning. However, if we can get above zero gamma level here, I can see a rally on ES as well. What I'm going to do with the ES, I am also going to mark out levels on ES. Let's mark out the volume profile levels. I'm going to take off all this stuff. This is your previous week high and low. drop this down to a 30-minute chart and put on the volume profile, previous week profile. Okay, pretty simple. Mark out previous week value area high, previous week value area low. Okay, I'll mark this as green because we are below it right now, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, very balanced profile. Last week you can see just a very balanced profile, two edges, so not many low LVNs. It's very balanced profile. As long as ES remains in this balanced profile, there's plenty of liquidity. There will be plenty of liquidity inside this area for support. We get down here, we start losing that previous week value area low, get below the bull bear pivots, it's going to be a bad sign for the market. All right, so as long as ES remains here, and then you can, if bulls can position themselves and push towards higher prices and get into this value area here, okay, if we can start getting acceptance in here, then I think the bull market is free flowing back in action. All right, let's put these in these folders. Okay, so if I now stick the gamma levels back on, we don't have any confluence. Previous week value area low will be support for ES. ES previous week value area low, yeah, it's not the best. Usually I like to see my value area lows at the edge of the profile, but there was a lot of trading here, so it's usually 70% of the volume between value area high and low. This is not a, this pivot is not going to be a very strong pivot in my opinion. I would have liked it to see it over here and have all the volume, 70% of the volume down here, and if ES managed to reach that pivot, we could take a trade off it. So I'm not a massive fan of this value area low. If I do trade it, it will probably be with smaller size, but I do think this is key. This is going to be key support right here. I think that will correspond with 6600 on the SPX as well. I think that is going to be a very critical support for the S&P 500 index. If the S&P 500 can get above 66, 63, above negative gamma, that will be a very good sign, and we can start trading, start repairing some of this imbalance that we saw from that crazy Thursday move. Okay, I think we don't have many people in here right now. Hopefully we can get some people to join the stream. Let's have a look. If there are any people in here. There are no people yet that showed up. Hopefully we can get a few people to join. Okay, but we will continue to leave the stream running. If people join, that's great. But the purposes of me starting live streaming is to keep going. Okay. Right now the market is rallying. We have 20 minutes until the open. Yeah, if we come down, I'm gonna hit it over here. Well, this will be my first trade. Hopefully I can get a really nice long trade from there. If we get the VIX to come down below here, I'll hit it with full size. I'll be a lot more confident hitting it with full size. This is going to be resistance for the NASDAQ. Hopefully we can get something going from today's stream. Right now the market's just ripping to the upside. If we look at the order flow, yeah, market's really aggressive today, really aggressive. Let's see if there's any news. Don't see anything here. Fed's Waller just said he's advocating a rate cut, but he's dovish, right? He's not hawk. He's one of the good ones, so he wants rate cuts. Yeah, another trade might be a short trade from the previous week point of control. Then we do have another previous week low volume node up there. So these two could be short trades. However, if VIX is in decay, those short trades for me would be very small size. I would probably hit it with 2 micros with a probably 60 point stop on a 60 point take profit. Same with the one higher up. I don't think we reach all the way to 25k today. Never say never, but I don't think we'll reach that level. Right now the market is ripping. Let's see what happens at the open. We do have resistance levels here. The 0 gamma level is right above these previous day levels, the previous day highs. Let's mark out those previous day levels as well. So the previous day high on ES is 67.77. Okay, and yeah, that's obviously where it wants to go. There's going to be stop losses there. We've obviously got resistance 0 gamma level right on top of it as well. So that is an obvious place where NQ wants to go. Let's mark out NQ's previous day levels. So it looks like the market is moving to the upside. That was my my base case coming into this week, being a short week. I don't think participants are gonna long puts this week. Reason being, they will suffer. They will get crushed on theta decay. So theta decay is not something options buyers would want this week. So I don't think there'll be much weekly options buying, maybe daily options buying, but I don't see the weekly options buying. So that could suppress volatility this week. So that's my base. That's my reason as to why I think we could get some really nice movement to the upside, and maybe perhaps save this bull market. I think the market is trying to price in that we may not get a rate cut this month. Once that's priced in, maybe we can finally start to rally. Right now, still very, very uncertain. That's why volatility remains elevated. Very difficult market to trade. We saw that last Thursday. That was crazy what we saw last Thursday. What is Bitcoin doing today? Still pulling back. A little sign of recovery last Sunday on Bitcoin, but nothing substantial. It's trying to recover. Hey K-Dog, how's it going, bro? Hope you had a good weekend. Nice to see you back trading again. How was your weekend? Have you analyzed the charts this week? Or today, should I say? Have you looked at them? What's your bias? Refocused, yeah. That's good. Recovered. Yeah, from last Thursday. Last Thursday was quite rough, right? Rough last Thursday. Hopefully we can get a better. It's a shorter week this week, by the way. So bear that in mind. And that's why I have a bullish bias. I don't think many options buyers are going to be buying too many options this week. Because with options you have a time factor, and a short week means you will get eaten on data. It's something called data in options. And your options can lose value because of data decay. So being a short week, I think we're going to get a volatility suppression this week. So hopefully we can see something, some movement to the upside. Mixed signals on both indexes for me. Mixed signals. ES closed above its bull bear pivots, but NQ did not on Friday. But for me to declare a larger drop, a bear market, I would need both indexes to close below, 2 daily closes below their bull bear pivots. NQ, it happened on NQ, but not on the NASDAQ, not on the ES. So conflicting signals at the moment, but I'm not going to declare a bear market until I get both signals from both indexes, because one index can carry the other index quite easily. So an SPX, obviously the S&P500 is a bigger index than NASDAQ. NASDAQ is just a proxy, to be honest, right? So yeah, let's keep it simple today. First day of the week, gonna keep it simple. Hopefully we can get some nice long setup today. If I get a drop to this zero gamma, that's going to be my first long trade I will be willing to take. This is a possible short way up here at 730. I would not, if VIX goes under 22, I will not be willing to take full size on the short. And as VIX starts to move higher, I'll not be going full size on this long position either. But I'd be more confident on the long than the short. That's generally how I see it today. Let's pull up the volume profile. So the zero gamma is just above the value area low, but value area low for today is going to be dynamic. It's going to move around. previous day value area lows way down there. We have a lot of gamma exposure levels underneath. So if this is lost, if this area doesn't hold, then yeah, I'm gonna stay out. I think this market is gonna go all the way back down here. That's my thinking behind today. We've already filled the gap, the overnight gap. So if we do come down here again and we don't support from here, we could quite easily see a large drop under the zero gamma level. It's going to get volatile. Yes, same thing. If we get under here, then all the gamma levels are way under. If you lose this level, then your next support ES will be the previous week value area low. Not too confident on the previous week value area low because of the shape of the profile. Didn't like the shape of the profile last time. I wanted the weekly profile from last week to be the value area low to be more on the edge. So if you see here, it's the value area low is this green line. I would like to see it around here instead, but that was 70% of the volume, so that's where it's printed. So I'm not sure I like the support here too much. So this for me on ES is going to be crucial to hold, because if this fails, then it's gonna get really bad, and we close a daily candle below this bull bear pivot. I think it's curtains for the bulls at that point. It's going to be very difficult to recover the markets if we go that low. Well, if we could get a nice bull pivot today. We're opening with a small gap, not massive, on QQQ. This will be support here. Check this SPY. SPY is opening here, that will be support. The rest of the gamma levels, I'm not liking the way the options are positioned lower actually today, so I'm not really liking that fact, because if we don't rally, we can all this could just fall apart really quickly. And we are opening in 5 minutes. Volatility is starting to pick up. We swept a high today, and we're starting to move down. ATR pre-market is still slightly high, so hopefully we can get a move here, and these pivots hold. So 427 to about 410 is going to be support, all in here. Get some positions ready just in case we drop there. So I'll probably go half size here and then remaining half here. I'll get an average entry about 419, 420. I'll have a 50-point stop from there. Let's measure this. My stop will be probably around here. Take profit back to the point of control around a 60 point 60 points take profit and a 50 point stop. So that's kind of my thinking here. How big of a drop would that be at the open? About 100 points. Yeah, give and take. 100, 115 points. From what we've had lately, that's pretty much nothing, right? Yeah. I'm thinking we do drop at the open, yeah. That's my bias right now. I think we drop at the open and then we have to support in here. Like, look, the value area is already moving up. But we would have to support here. Otherwise, we're basically fucked, to be honest, if we don't support in here. If this doesn't hold, even if we get a good trade out of it, and we are successful in our trade, I don't want to see the market just plunge down. Right? Even if we're successful on this trade, I don't want to see this. I really want to see this area holding. We're above the previous week value area low. I wouldn't mind consolidation in here and then a massive move to the upside. Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, we might get ping pong today. So we might get drop here, then back up, then down and up. Because we don't really have that much news. Unless you found something that I have missed, do let me know if there's any news that you found, because I can't see much. Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index, I don't know how much that's going to move the needle. But we don't really have anything else. We've got PPI tomorrow by the looks of it. I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't even know what's going on with this news anymore, man. Is this news going to get released? Is it going to get delayed? Like, what the hell is going on with the news? This fucking government shutdown thing has really fucked everything over, man. You don't even know what's getting released, what's not getting released. To be honest, I'm not very up to date with it right now. Right, U.S. Commerce Secretary Lutnick. Trump is weighing advanced NVIDIA chip sales to China. So that's red folder news just came in. Find a way to have a balanced digital set of rules. So Lutnick's talking at the moment, I think. What about you? Do you think we're going to drop? Or do you think we're going to rally? We could do this though. We could just rally at the open now. Sweep the previous day highs and then drop. I could see something like that happening. Is it worth a gamble? Possibly. Couple of micros for the rally. Yeah, we just opened. Alright. Market is big shorts coming in, getting absorbed very quickly. Let's see what happens here. Let me see what the VIX is doing. It's starting to move up. SPX got SPY gap. So we have a gap on SPY. Let's move this. Let's measure this gap out. Because half gap should be support. We're starting to rally. Hopefully if this pulls back, this supports to higher prices. Yeah, the market's rallying now. Really strong buying coming in. Massive buying. Just swept the highs. What did ES do? Same thing. Yeah, that's why I said maybe it's worth a small gamble, because you know the market's chasing that liquidity above the previous day highs. So sometimes I do that, is I do take a small gamble at the open just for that liquidity sweep. But I would not hold expecting, you know, continuation rally. Because usually you'll sweep it and then come down. But this is a good sign. Let's move this down to a 2 minute. Resistance on SPY. SPX is going to come into massive resistance very soon. I think it's going to go for the sweep. Yep, NQ's done it. Rallying really hard. Really hard rally to the upside. Massive delta coming in. Crazy one-sided tape right now. The delta is hugely in favor of the bulls. Has ES swept? Yes, it has. Previous week point of control is your resistance on NQ. If I'm going to look to take a short, will be around that area. 24,732. But VIX is in decay. Great sign. Great sign. Yes, struggling. SPX, yeah, at the zero gamma line now. NQ is the stronger index today. NQ is trying to rally now again. I'm gonna come into resistance at 66.81 on ES. I know you took that long, right? I know you did, K-Dog. Give me a sec, bro. Let me get some water. I would love a trend day today. I would really love that. Trend days are great for bull longs. Scared? Yeah. Market's always looking for that liquidity. If you know, especially where we opened, we were really close to the previous day highs. So you know the market is wanting to go there. There's going to be a lot of liquidity. It's going to the previous week point of control. I am probably not going to short this. This is too strong. The only way I would have shorted here would be after the first 30 minutes. I would have wanted to see some form of exhaustion or a trap here, and then I let it move back down. But right now I think the better short would be up here. This is too strong. Starting to pull back. Just looks like a bunch of stop losses just getting taken like crazy here. Yes, also resisting. Where did SPX? SPX is crashing into all this resistance here. Really amazing. Come on, get this volatility down. That's my base case this week. I don't think they're going to be trading too many long puts this weekend because they're going to get eaten on data. So I think this has the hallmarks of a bull week to the upside, guys. Short weeks are generally bullish. Melanie, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Decent weekend. Celebrated this weekend. It was alright. It was nice. How are you doing today? How was your weekend? Markets trying to pull back from the previous week point of control. Very bullish open so far. Not trying to get in the way of this. Yes is rejecting. You did a lot of drinking and bowling. Are you any good at bowling? I'm really good, by the way. I would whoop your ass. I am a serious competitor. I did some golf this weekend. Some golfing. It was really good fun. Did some golfing with the boys. Watched some football. Typical weekend for us guys over here in Dubai. You'll never beat me. That's what they all say. Until I beat them. I keep getting strikes in bowling. We will see. We will see. Watch when I kill you. We're gonna put a bet on it when you come. ES is the weaker index right now. It's getting sold off. Yeah, big sell-off here right now on ES. Not a good sign. It's a very harsh rejection. Now NQ is getting rejected. Man, this could be the start of the downtrend. Damn. All that liquidity was stacked way higher. All the way towards the previous week point of control. There were stops all the way up there. Now they're trying to reverse this thing. This ain't good. NQ's trying to fight back. I would just love a trend day. Nice trend day. You know, this just keeps trending higher. Like this. We can find an LVN. Continue trading higher. And higher and higher. That would be a great setup. Right now NQ is selling. VIX is starting to creep up above that midpoint again. Maybe this is just a temporary pullback for continuation to the upside. We shall see. SPX, yeah, smashed straight into resistance, now getting a pullback. Crypto pulling back as well. Bitcoin is pulling back. NQ is finding some buyers again. We've got some trapped sellers again here. Really big trap seller, I think. Yeah, at the low 624, big trap seller there. 120 odd contracts short. They're probably going to go above that high and squeeze him out. But too early to call whether this is going to be a trend continuation to the upside, or are we gonna sell off? You got snow, damn, that's crazy. I do miss snow though. I kind of like snow. I don't mind snow though. Only weather I hate is rain, to be honest. Rain is the only weather I cannot stand. Grey clouds and rain. With snow you get, it's nice. Aesthetically really nice. Everything looks beautiful. Sky is normally always blue. Rain and storm, yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst one. And generally where I'm from, that's 70% of the time that's what we get. See, when it's really cold, blue skies, it's alright. I don't mind that too much. It's still nice outside. You can still, go for a walk, whatever. And you can keep nice and warm at home. Perfect movie night. The worst is just rain. You can't walk or run outside. Driving in the rain is really difficult as well. So they're the worst. Yeah, it's the same weather as in the UK. I'm not surprised. Europe is, I think Eastern Europe, it doesn't have the best weather, right? It's pretty bad weather. Spain and Greece have got really nice weather from the European countries. Spain's weather is perfect. I went to Barcelona a few times. The weather there is just amazing. Yeah, oh, wow. Back inside value on ES, not a good sign. This is probably likely going to come and drop to the value area low. Deviation above the range, probably going to come drop here now. Getting held up by the point of control. NQ is a lot stronger today. NQ is a lot stronger. Still not dropped inside value. this might hold. This area right here might hold for a long. Could correspond with ES at the value area low. This could be the pullback that drives this market higher, turns this thing into a trend day. I don't know, maybe I hit it with one here, small size, because VIX is on the edge, not too bad. I may go in with half size here. Stop out for 50. What's the ATR right now? On a 2-minute 40. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Last week on a 2-minute, the ATR was like 100, which is insanity. You just couldn't trade this market. It was not tradable. It was just not tradable. But today, we'll sit back. If I get this opportunity, I'll take a long for a 1-to-1. Not this. Why am I dragging that? 50. Yeah, 50 points. Might not even get it by the looks of it. Market's trying to rally. I'll take about 70 points. Yeah, it doesn't look like market's going to pull back here. Yes, it's still a bit weak. And buyer's going to step in on the point of control. You're close to the UK, yeah. Not the place you want to be close to. Last Thursday, who would have thought we'd be trading back in that imbalanced area, right? But I told you guys that we're going to come back and start trading that imbalance pretty soon. And we're almost there now. So we're coming back and we're going to repair the imbalance from that day, because that was a huge imbalance. Chop in this area now. Longs are really fading off. So maybe, yeah, they seem exhausted. Really seem exhausted here. Shorts are piling in now. Look at the delta when we first open. Look at the asks, completely faded. Those aggressive market participants hitting the ask, and they're fading out. And then the delta's getting more in favor of shorts here. Let's have a look. This is coming into my zone for a potential long. ES doing, yeah, coming towards that value area low, as I thought it would. Come on, drop a little bit further and film me. VWAP is right there as well. So the gamma level is also lining up with the VWAP. ES is pretty much going to hit this value area low as well. Man, don't do this. fuck's sake, just come down, fill me, and then we go. Fill me, and then we go. Don't front run me. Just don't front me. Why do you do that? Already rallied 40 points. Drop it down, drop it down, drop it down. There's a lot of limit orders stacked here. These shorts are scared right now. Come on, go down there. Look at this tape, all this buying coming in. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Oh man, I just fucking hate when it front runs. Yeah, it's gone. Why does it do that? Why the hell does it do that, man? This would have lined up right at the half cap as well. Everything would have lined up. Why did it support right there? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Sometimes the market does not make a lot of sense. Fuck it though, we wait. Now, I'm not sure. I feel too great about this, but we'll see. We can sweep this and then reverse. Ping-ponging between my levels. Look, front run the previous week point of control. Now come down to the gamma exposure level. We're just ping-ponging between this. Playing ping pong. Yeah, this is good. A lot of volume here. Could see a drop, liquidity sweep, and then start moving higher, trap all these shorts. Or we just rally and we miss the move, which is going to be a bitch, but it is what it is. What can we do? When the train takes off, it takes off without you. Yeah, ES didn't even reach the Valieri low and now it's rallying. This is not cool. QQQ would have reached the open as well. Man. How you guys seeing it? Melanie, how are you seeing it? How are you seeing the market today? We sit back and we have to relax today. We have to wait. We have to just wait. VIX is still hovering around the midpoint. You're in a short on YM. Where is the anchored rebar? Ah, look at that shit. Bounced right off it. Bounced off it right at the open, rallied, retest, rally. Come on, goes that half cap. But you, K-Dog, any trades today? Have you taken anything? No, yeah. Staying patient. What are you making of the price action? How are you finding the price action? ES isn't great. It's trading in a very small range. But NQ looks a lot better. Yeah, I can't make up his mind. But we've seen that last week as well, right? Remember the first hour? It was just chopped around for an hour and then was making its move in the second hour, to be honest. This is kind of putting in a triangle. Is that what we call a bull flag? Yeah, we're gonna rally out of here. There's chart pattern. People trade these patterns. So many different type of traders, man. But this point of control is about to shift. You can see that. Which means a big move is coming in either direction. It's either the shorts, once the point of control shifts here, you've got all the volume here now. Which means either the shorts are going to get squeezed or the longs are going to get squeezed. It's just chopping. Chop, chop, chop. Wix wants to fall. Come a long way though, huh? 28 all the way down to 22. That's a really good sign. How's crypto doing? Not amazing. Well, the NQ cannot make up its mind, and I have made up my mind. It's time for a coffee break, so I'll be right back. Yep, we back. It's rallying. New open of the next 30-minute candle, and we are moving aggressively higher. Look at that. Now this could really get aggressive. This could get really aggressive. All the way up here. If they're gonna squeeze all these shorts, they're gonna take them all the way up there. They are gonna play with these shorts. This is looking insanely bullish right now. Insanely bullish. I can't long up here though, guys. I cannot long up here. It's good though. We're gonna have plenty of dips to buy. VIX in decay, yeah. Yeah. I had that hunch that we're gonna rally this week. Short weeks, traders, they don't want to be buying put options. They really don't, because they will get eaten up on theta decay. $80 odd points to the upside. Let's squeeze all these shorts. Could get a shorting opportunity if we do see some trap set at the LVN. You took a long. Melanie is long, long, strong, baby. Long and strong. I like it. Yes, it's starting to rally. Yeah. Now the value area is moved. SPY is starting to rally again. Man, it front run me, huh? What a nasty bitch NQ is, huh? Look at that. I was waiting here and it front run me and rallied. 172 fucking points. You piece of shit. Where are we on the deviation bands? Let's take a look. 1 standard, 2 standard, yeah. Easily should be able to get here if we're going to be bullish. From here, I'm looking for a small size short position. I'll be going half size. Don't really like to short. But I'm thinking once all these shorts have been stopped, we could get another pullback. Similar to the one that we've got, get a pullback and then get more continuation to the upside, or maybe just trade back inside value. But nothing so far for me. Thank you NQ for front running me. It front run literally every fucking level. The value area low for ES was here. it front run that. Front run fucking SPY half gap. Even SPX half gap was here. Let's see. Yeah, SPX half gap would have been here. Man, it literally front run every index. See, this is the times. Back in the days, I would have felt formal right now, and I probably would have chased this long. I would have gone long right here. If this was early on in my trading career, I would have longed right here, chasing this movement, and now I would have got fucking smashed. That's what usually I was doing. That's what I was doing. Oops. What level did you long from, Melanie? Yeah, they're crashing into the 3-4. I used to use this a lot. This fib pool in crypto. Crypto does a lot of this shit, so you can see what's going on right now. Doesn't mean it's not going to come back up though. Very nice coffee. I think we're gonna get some nice deals on props this Friday, so I'll be looking out for that. Stack some accounts if we get some good deals. Should get some good deals. Scalping 40 points. You don't scalp though. You're not a scalper. How come you're scalping 40 points? You're not a scalper. And now you want me to believe that you're scalping? One minute with the Mark D. Why are you scalping? What's the reason you're scalping today? You don't generally scalp. You take very less trades, right? From what I've noticed, you'd like to take very less trades. I was fasting before 10 a.m. So you played the liquidity sweep, huh? Yeah, there was a time I used to do that. We're selling off now quite heavily. Now you've got longs trapped. Yes, it's again weak. Failing to hold any sustainable rally on a yes. He was expecting it. This could be a nasty sell. If it gets really bearish, it could fall all the way down here, maybe even all the way here. We shall see. Am I going to take a trade here? Likely yes, because I would still expect a bounce from here to the value area high, which is currently exactly where my take profit would be on the long trade. If I can see a sweep of this level, I will take a long. I won't be taking any longs at the point of control. I'll likely take a long at the 0 gamma level right here for a trade back to the point of control. Right now NQ isn't giving me anything. It's trying to rally again. Yes, it's trying to hold as well. Yeah, people trying to sell this market. Anybody who didn't get to sell during this imbalance is now afforded the opportunity to sell at this price, right? Think about that, right? Anybody who didn't get to short this has now a second opportunity to sell inventory here, because that happened so fast. A lot of traders would not have had the opportunity to sell inventory in that drop. That's why we call it an imbalance. So now those traders that have missed out on selling have got another opportunity to sell inventory at those prices again. NQ is trying to rally again. This so far is starting to look like a trend day. All the dips, high low, high low, high high, high high. Are we going to make another high high, or are we going to change market structure? Come out and take this and start reversing down? Or are we going to continue and put in a trend day? High low, high high, high low. Maybe do something like that. Looking seriously aggressive again. I'll take a small short here, half size. NQ is trying to rally here. Still, liquidity is stacked all the way up to 278, even higher. 500s, we've got some orders up there. A big order here as 275. $25K, wow, that is really high. Market's still looking okay, still looking bullish, to be honest with you. most of the orders coming through are longs. Tape still favors the longs here. Bulls trying to protect this area where they went heavily long. Lose this area and then maybe you get a bigger drop to the downside. I've only had a one banana today, so I'm trying to do time restricted eating and lower my calories. Been doing about 17-hour fasts, roughly, give or take. Previous couple of weeks. This week I'm trying to drop the calories even further. Banana, too much sugar, yeah. Well, gives you a good boost though. Gives you a good boost of energy. A lot of potassium. Keeps you quite full though. By the time it makes me hungry, it'll be my time to eat anyway, so I'll be alright. Gain all of it? No, I'm not going to gain it. I've been quite disciplined. I'm a sports guy, so I don't really let it get too out of control. It's not a very drastic diet. It's just fasting is really good. Fasting is really good for you. So I'm trying to get to a level slowly, get to fasting level where I can fast 24 hours, 48 hours. I don't want to just jump in straight into it. So I'm reducing calories. So I went down to 2 meals. This week I'm doing one very light snack and 1 meal. So that will be lesser calories than last week. And hopefully I'm working my way towards the complete full fast. I'll go down to 1 meal a day, and then after I do the 1 meal a day, I'll smack out the fasting. Yeah. Bro, before the start of the season, when the Arsenal got him, I was like, that guy's going to be the guy who's going to make this. That guy's class. He's effortless. The way he plays is just so effortless. I was not the guy who thought, Gyökeres is going to make the difference for you. I didn't think that. I wasn't convinced it was going to be him. When you got Eze, I was like, this is the guy that's going to take you to the title. He's class, man. He's absolute class. He plays with swagger. He's got personality. I think he's going to get better and better, that guy. Yeah, Gyökeres, yeah. I don't think he's the difference to getting you over the line. I think it's going to be the strength and depth that you've got. You pretty much got like 2 players for every position. You've got a massive squad now with class players. So the drop off, even when one goes out, one comes in. I think Odegaard's not even been playing for the best part of the season. The drop off isn't. You can't even notice the drop off anymore. So that's the key difference between Arsenal of previous years and Arsenal this year. And you remember when City were going for the title, they also had the same thing. They had pretty much like 2 players for every position, and one guy would come in for another guy. There would be no drop off. So that's what I'm seeing with Arsenal this year. And I don't think there's much competition to Arsenal this year either, because City are completely inconsistent. Liverpool are just completely effed, and there's no other real team that's going to be challenging here. I reckon if Man City keep dropping points, Chelsea are not going to be there. Right now they look okay. They'll drop off at some point. If there's going into Christmas, I think if there's more than a 10-point gap, I think the league's over. I really do. I think by Christmas, if there's more than a 10-point lead, I would even say 10 points. 10 points by Christmas, I think it's over. Because I don't see Arsenal losing more than 3 games for post-Christmas, right? I don't see him losing post-Christmas 3 games, and I don't see Man City winning every single game after that. So yeah, I fully expect. I tipped Arsenal to win the league this year. So yeah, it looks like that prediction is gonna come to fruition this year. I had Man City last year to win it. I didn't think Arsenal would win it last year. Liverpool surprised us all. They won the title. Don't see much selling. Not a crazy amount of selling, but also not crazy amount of buying right now. You can see that from the tape. You can see that from the order flow. So a little bit of exhaustion here from the long side. So yeah, we could get a pullback, but the selling so far hasn't been crazy. Massive sellers haven't stepped in. Volatility is declining, so if we can get a nice pullback down towards 560s, that could set us up for a nice long trade. But it's a long way down so far, and doesn't look like the sellers so far are that strong. I'm not sure they've got it in them to take it all the way down there. So this is where you kind of have to make a decision as a trader. Do you long for continuation, or are you going to wait for the bigger pullback? That's a decision you have to make as a trader. Because right now, I've been sitting here for almost an hour with no trade. Any levels to trade from? I don't think so. It doesn't look like I have any good pivots to trade from right now, unless we get a bigger drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. If we don't catch anything on stream, then I'll just wait for the PM session. Don't catch anything in the next couple of hours, then it's fine. You know, you might get this on the profile. Look, I'll show you. Let's move this. So you might get a move all the way up here, and then you get a profile like this again, with the LVN coming here, and you get a late PM sell-off. That would be your new support into LVN for a move back up, because at that point, you know, it's a trend day. So that's the way I'm playing it. So either I get my sell off and I get my pivot and I go long, or I just wait, let price develop, turns in into a trend day to the upside. PM gives me a dip into an LVN, low volume node. This may shift. The value area high may shift to the LVN. You see that, quite typical. Yeah, you get volume here, one dip down, you can take a position, right? Something like this, right, where you get the position, you get a quick dip down, VIX is below here, gives you more confidence for a long. You long the dip at LVN, take your quick profits and you're out. That's how I play it. This right now is just not anything for me to long here. I might take a short if you get up here and I see exhaustion on the order flow, but that would be a very small position. So let's see if that happens. Get up here, get acceptance. There's going to be selling in here because there's, like I said to you before, there's traders who missed out on selling inventory here, and they're going to want to sell. So that resistance is not going to be easy to clear. Now if we look at this from a bigger angle, that's a big 4-hour candle, and we're basically in here right now. We're repairing all this imbalance, and it doesn't end all the way until 25.51 on the 4-hour candle. So not much for us to do. SPX is in between these two gamma levels, sticky gamma here. SPY's in no man's land, kind of, to be honest. QQQ is at a gamma level right now, pretty big one, and it's trying to pull back. ES is pretty weak today, although ES is way more into this 4 hour, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, it's almost filled the imbalance. That's probably why it's stalling out more, because a lot of people are trying to sell. VIX is going down, it's in decay mode. That's really, really, really beautiful to see. Gold is rallying. RTY is doing okay. DXY is still moving higher. Bitcoin is trying to recover. So yeah, market looks like it's trying to stage a recovery. Like I said at the start of my stream, The market on ES, it closed above my bull bear pivot, remember. So the fact that it closed above this, I was not able to declare a bear market. So that's how it is at the moment. It's not a bear market. Market's trying to stage a recovery. Any news so far? Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index came out. Actual minus, I don't even know what this is, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't really know if that's going to move the market. So China's Xi to Trump, he says we should strive for more progress in bilateral ties. Both sides should expand the list of cooperation. China and US relations maintain positive momentum. So that's good news on that side of things. Completely dying off the volume here. So yeah, this could very well turn into a trend day to the upside. We come up here, come back down, we close somewhere around here today, and then rally tomorrow, and then maybe move down Tuesday and Wednesday. But it's nice to see the market is recovering. NQ trying to put in a new high. So yeah, one of the best cardiologists on the planet is an Indian guy. He's from the US. He says we should be fasting more, a lot more. We should not be eating as much as we eat. Human beings are not designed to be eating the way we're eating right now. We should be eating far less, because back in the days we would hunt for food and we'd eat, you know, if food was a luxury, we'd eat one meal maybe in 2 days, 3 days sometimes even longer. And he said our bodies are optimal functionality is functioning its best. Our brain is functioning the best, kidneys, liver, heart, everything is functioning our best when we are eating less. I love food and I cook, I bake a lot and I don't care. Yeah, you are very, very disciplined because you do not care. Yeah, I can go through some periods where I just go off and eat sugar, go crazy, put a lot of weight on, then gotta go through pain again in the gym. So this time I'm just thinking, you know what, let's get it off. And let's just keep everything in moderation this time around. So maybe I'm gonna start some work here soon as well in an office. During the day I'll probably be doing that, and yeah, I want to be walking around looking good. When you're shaking hands with people and you're fit, makes a difference. Don't want to be fat and sloppy. You really don't feel good about yourself when you're like that. I don't want a man who keeps telling me what to eat and what not. But what to eat, what you want to eat and what you don't want to eat is completely your choice. But obviously there's consequences to that. You know, you're gonna put on weight. You're gonna lose confidence yourself without anybody else telling you. Clothes are not gonna fit. You're not gonna want to even buy new things. You're gonna end up developing health issues, which is, you know, the most important thing, because without health there is no wealth, right? There's no point existing till 70, 80 years old and you need help going to the bathroom, right? That's a pointless existence, in my opinion. I'd rather not exist. I'd rather just be out of here if I'm gonna get to that level. Strong and healthy without eating sugar, yeah. You gotta eat a lot of protein. Skin stretches, you look, I don't think so, okay, dog. What are you talking about, dude? How does your skin stretch and you look younger when you're fat? You look younger when you're chiseled, not when you're fat. I don't know where the hell you've got that from. Fat people have less wrinkles? Nah. Maybe they have less wrinkles because it's hidden under all that fat. But being fat is not good, man. We are starting to rally. NQ is just short squeezing now. It's not even requiring a lot of delta to move price higher. So that is generally an indication of a short squeeze. You were still in the long? I didn't know you were still in there. You're not going to eat for 2 weeks. Oof. I wouldn't jump straight into that. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just working my way into it. I don't want to be jumping straight into that because that's going to be difficult. I'm going to probably rebel. And I've done that before where I've rebelled. And yeah, it's not a very good thing. I might end up eating crazy amount of sugar, start ordering takeout food. Because when you rebel from that sort of moment, it can be tough, bro. It can be tough. So I'm easing into it. Taking it nice and slow. Calorie reduction. Hopefully by next week or the week after, I'll get down to 1 meal a day. And then I'll do the fasting. I'll start with the 24-hour fast for the first couple of weeks. 24-hour fast, one fast a week, and then back to 1 meal a day. Weekend I'll go 2 meals a day, so I'll alternate like that. And then once I got 24-hour fast under my belt, I'll jump onto a 36-hour fast. Keep plenty of electrolytes. He lost 30 what kg. Wow, what the hell? Yeah, that's drastic. That's too drastic. My friend did that, I told you guys. Yeah, that's crazy. He lost, let me see. How much did he lose? He was 125, dropped down to about 95. What's that? 30 kilos in 45 days. Yeah, that's what he did. Basically went into starvation mode, starved himself, cut out all sugar. He did that for 45 days. Basically, he just put it all back on, every single bit of it and even more. He's even bigger than he was before. So these kind of crash diets, tough diets like that don't work. Like I told you, the come down when you rebel from it, that's when it all gets even worse. You end up putting on more than you actually lost in the first place. Yeah, mine's a crash diet, yeah, but I'm easing into the crash diet. I'm not just going straight into it. There's a difference. And I'm not dieting like a crash diet. So what I'm going to do is I'm working. I'm disciplined. I'm like an athlete right now. I'm training for a fight. So my purpose is to be able to fast for 2 days straight. So I'm easing into that. Then I'll just eat normal after that. But I have built the discipline to be able to fast for 3 days or 2 days. And that's the key. After that, I'll just go back to eating normal. But my body's built up the endurance to last the 2 days of fasting. NQ just squeezing. Where's that picture I drew of the volume here? Look, it's all building up now. What's the problem with the body? I've got high cholesterol, excess body fat. Want to lose probably about 7 kilos. So I'm about 86 right now. I want to get down to about 78, 79. Just want a bit of a healthier lifestyle. So yeah, this is turning into a one of those trend days, huh? I'm not tall, about 5'9", so yeah, not very tall. I think that's about average as a man. So yeah, not very tall. If I get price action coming all the way down here, I might take a short from the 830 level. 2 contracts short. Not the best setup. This is going to be probably a B setup because VIX is in decay. But it's a pretty big resistance level. I'll keep a modest stop of 60 points. So going with half size. Amazing patience, yeah. You have to wait for your setups, otherwise yeah, I mean, what are you doing if you're not waiting? You're just chasing. I used to do that all the time. I'd be chasing these moves. I'd see a massive spike like this. I'd get in here. I'll get stopped. I'll chase this. This will then pull back. I'd get stopped. I'd be chasing this green candle. If it pulls back, I get stopped. I couldn't control myself when I was first starting trading. That's exactly what I was doing. Just chasing moves. Felt formal. Felt missed out. I've missed the move. I could have been formal right now when I missed this. We've fucking rallied like crazy. 240 points we rallied off that level I was looking at longing. Remember, I was looking at longing this level with front run every index I was watching. I could have felt formal here, but not worth it for me. I've seen this story play out many times before, where I chase and get burnt. But yeah, this is doing pretty much what I predicted, right? And then we come up here, trade back down into LVN, something similar to that. I'll take an initial short trade back down, but that's what I'm kind of expecting, like that. Your ex-husband's 6'2". Yeah, that's tall. That's why you had a voracious taste. Big shoes. K-Dog's got big shoes. You know what they say about big shoes, people. Short squeeze still activated here on NQ. We are almost an hour and a half into it. I would like to see the short activated on the turn of the hour. Your son is also tall. Yeah. Are you tall, Melanie? Are German people are they usually tall, or are they just normal? Because Brits are not that tall. And Germans are not tall, no. So he was an exception. I think Germans are tall, yeah. Hitler wasn't tall though. Guy was a midget. A very powerful, very influential man. It's always the short guys that are alpha. Look at Putin now. Austrian, yeah. Austrians are, yeah, I remember they're generally quite tall. Finland people, Austrian. And I'm pretty sure they have to join the army service as well. After school or college. Or is that Norwegian people? Napoleon syndrome. Because I met a few, I think they were Norwegian, and they're telling me they're about to join the army. They were on a lad's holiday, like I was back in the days. We were very young, and they're like, yeah, we're about to join the army. We're about to go into the army. Front running me again. Man United are playing tonight. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the game tonight. It's going to be very late here. It's starting midnight here in Dubai time. Five foot five. That's quite tall for a girl though, right? A lot of shorts are coming in. You see this, a lot of shorts here coming in, not really getting rewarded though. Some orders stacked here. Front run me again. Thank you very much, NQ. You front run me again. Twice now I've been front run. And we just sold off 40 odd points. Brilliant. Thank you very much, NQ. Thank you very much. Previous weak point of control is probably going to support. Yeah, nice sell off. Front run me. .13 front run. This one was 12 front run. 13 front run here and then 12 front run on the long. Buyer stepping in again. They're probably going to squeeze these new shorts. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna squeeze them. These guys getting really excited. These shorts here getting very aggressive. They're probably going to get squeezed out. But yeah, if I don't get a trade within the next, probably in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm probably going to wrap it up and go and make myself my dinner that I've been waiting all day for. I'll make chicken, and I've got rice in the fridge, and I'll cut up a little bit of salad, chicken and eggs. No, I think I need a bit of carbs today because I've been starving myself, so I'll get a few carbs down myself today. Bids reloading here, you can see quite clearly here, massive bid stacked. Our short's going to get serious here. Probably not. But there's bidders willing to trade this market and buy up this inventory. You can cook if you can cook some interesting stuff. Are you a good cook? Are sellers serious? Are they going to smash through these bids? They're trying to get near them. They're right there. Let's have a look at the tape to see if these orders are actually going to get filled or are they going to spoof. So having a look at the corner here at the tape, watching for some big orders to be filled. You can cook everything. Wow. So you can trade and cook. What more does a man need, huh? Can't ask for much more than that. All I want is peace, says K-Dog. Got everything you need. Just peace, yeah. That's how most men feel. Especially if you've been with a woman for a while. You crave peace, man. Because I'm sure with the kids that you've got, you don't get much of it. I don't want peace, I want problems. I've never seen that before, but yeah. Crazy guy, man. Wow. Who the hell is getting shouted at? Your boss. Wow. So he's a boss just at work. He's not the boss at home. Yes. Men are creating tough times now. Weak men create tough times, remember. Tough times create strong men. So hopefully, when times become tough again, the men can step up. Nobody needs a boss at home. There has to be one leader in the relationship. In my opinion, anyways. Yeah. Well, yeah, most people, their wives are like that. So everybody wants it different. Everybody has it different. But for me, it's different. How many kids have you got, K-Doc? Longs are stepping in again. Told you, I think they're squeezing the shit out of these shorts again. Getting really bullish again. Now we're QQQ's above 0 gamma as well. SPY is starting to rally. SPX is starting to rally. Yeah, this is really bullish at the minute. Still really strong. Massive longs getting filled. Well, this could be a trap. All right.
Order submit. Order filled.
Took a small size short position. Not the greatest setup, to be honest. Because order flow is looking really bullish, but we are getting some possible absorption if we can move away from these big long orders that just got filled. So I'm banking on that fact. Keep the size really small. And let's see what happens. The shorts coming in, the longs are starting to absorb shorts now. If we can get away from all these longs, then we're in for a shout. But right now, these shorts are now getting absorbed. So yeah. Our long's gonna have enough fuel to keep pushing. We'll see. Let's see where the VIX is. VIX is in decay. Still looking better for higher, but I've kept the position size small in the event that these new longs are just opened, get squeezed back down. So I will probably trade down to here. Still moving higher. Might get a move back down into this fair value gap, but probably take me up and then do it. Yeah, don't blame me for longing this. The long looks better than the short here, but I just can't long up here. 19-20 points in the hole right now. Kept it small, so if it loses, then it loses. Shorts, I don't want to have a size big because it's so hard to get the short right. This could move all the way up here, stop me, and then reverse back down. Right now it's just short squeezing the hell out of all of them. You can see that from the order flow. Just short squeeze activated at the moment. Look at this. Shorts, shorts, early shorts, squeezing further and further and further away. Once it's squeezed enough shorts, then it'll probably retrace back down, catch a breather. But I think it's going to stop me before it does that. Yeah, I'll wait for the PM session, see what that throws. If we get a nice dip to long, I'll be looking to long the dip. I just want to see more of a profile up here. Trade up here, get a dip to long. No, I mean not that high up. I'm out of the
Order
short
filled.
40-point stop. No bueno. No good. Order flow super bullish still. $150 loss on that, on 2 micros, which is alright, no big deal. Yeah, retracing now after it took me out. Yeah, but I'm not chasing a short. So afternoon or PM session, I'm just waiting for something like this. And then we can long from an LVN. That would be nice. Either that or this thing falls all the way back down here. Never say never, but that's the only thing I'm looking at the minute. Aside from that, I don't see anything else. Tried the short, didn't work out. That's okay. Alright, I think I am gonna wrap up the stream right there. We've been streaming now for over 2 hours. Time for me to go and make myself some dinner, and I'll catch you guys in the evening session in Smooth's stream. Alright, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.